This is from NFL.com. One thing to watch for every team's preseason game this weekend, the first one. Browns, a year ago, Dorian Thompson-Robinson was an intriguing rookie who ended up starting 3 games for a playoff team. This year, DTR might be fighting for his spot on the team. Strong preseason performance backing up what has been a solid camp so far can go a long way towards solidifying a spot for him if the Browns intend to keep 3 quarterbacks. Casey, I don't think they intended and I don't think there was any way they wanted to play DTR last year. I think they viewed him as a developmental guy. He did just fine, but he's still a developmental guy. It was a 5th-round pick. Those guys don't usually start games.
Yeah, not ideally, not ideally, but the situation they were in last year, they had to do what they had to do. But I will say this: I can't forget how electric he was in the preseason. And he did show you a ton of tools that transition to the NFL. His ability to threaten the line of scrimmage with his legs while keeping his eyes downfield shows a lot of poise, but he also had a ton of reps in college. So he didn't come in as a super inexperienced guy. He actually had more experience than most college quarterbacks entering the league, but it's still a raw skill set coming from a Chip Kelly offense. Obviously, there's a lot of transition to entering a more traditional pro style system that he was in last year, which is a similar thing to this year. There's different flavors, different nuances, of the things that you'll see implemented. He has mastery over some of it, especially the shotgun stuff, seeing the field in that way, RPO, stuff like that. But he still has to prove himself. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he can do with a full off season in the books now as being a professional. I still feel like we're going to leave this preseason, and he's going to be one of the most electric things we see.
All right, so preseason starts Saturday against Packers. 2 things. What are you paying attention to, and who are some of the guys you think could shine in this game?
Well, first thing I'm paying attention to is the health. Do you want to leave it as healthy as you enter it? Obviously, the Browns have actually had more injuries going on the defensive side of the ball that I'm comfortable with before this. So, just hopefully getting out unscathed. But just operational stuff that I want to see. I want to make sure everything's fluid. The plays getting in, people getting back off, getting the team in the line of scrimmage, making all the right calls, those things. What kind of alignments do you use? Or what kind of motions are you showing? I know you're not going to empty the playbook out and show a bunch of stuff, but if the bones are there for the offense, you're going to see the bones. That's what I want to see. Players that could shine. I think there's so many, and it's just funny that we're here now. Whereas if 4 years ago you shine in the preseason, you were probably a starter. And now we got guys who are fighting to make the roster who could be tremendously fun to watch. If you look at Aiden Robbins, the running back, I'm really intrigued to see what he looks like when he gets on the field. But for me, it's the rookies. It's Jamari Thrash. It's Michael Hall. It's Nathaniel Watson. Those are the guys I really need to see stuff out of and see how quickly they can implement themselves on this team and really start to carve out a role for themselves.